Shai's foul baiting has gotten out of control. I'm not saying it's the reason the Thunder won. I'm not trying to discredit Shai as an MVP caliber player. I'm criticizing the refs for making the game harder to watch and damaging the product with these types of calls. And while it wasn't the reason the Wolves lost, it did impact the game with multiple players in foul trouble, forcing them to play softer on the defensive end.
We got some fouls early, which I thought made us a bit softer than we needed to be.
Let's start by pointing out what is and isn't a foul. We don't have to go further than the very first two possessions of the game. The first possession, Shai gets Gobert off his feet with a pump fake. That foul is legit since Gobert moves forward and comes down on Shai, initiating the contact. The second possession, Shai initiates all the contact while McDaniels went straight up. Good no call by the refs, but it wouldn't stay that way. A few minutes later, Shai does it again, but this time he gets free throws. And to make matters worse, the T-Wolves were frustrated with the call and pick up a quick technical foul, giving Shai 3 free throws. 20 seconds later, Shai initiates contact again, this time with Randle, and immediately goes into the shooting motion for more free throws. You could argue Randle should keep his arms down, but watch what happens the very next play with Donte DiVincenzo. Donte initiates the contact, and the refs allow Shai to react and force a turnover. Donte wasn't awarded free throws since he initiated all the contact and only went to shoot after Shai reacted and moved his hand, which is exactly what Shai did to Randle. And Randle moving his hands out of the way to avoid a foul doesn't work anyway, as the very next play he tries it and gives Shai a free jumper. I like that at the end of the quarter, Shai tried to initiate contact on Jalen Clark and didn't get the call. Shai sat for some of the second quarter, but didn't get his first foul call attempt since the floor opened up and there was no one to run into. He ended up missing the open layup. He tried again the very next play, but this time, McDaniels backs all the way up and lets him get right to the rim to block his shot. On the third possession in a row, he tries to flop again, but doesn't get the call until Anthony Edwards loses his composure and picks up a silly foul, giving Shai more free throws.
Gilgeous-Alexander falls down. Edwards right with him. Boy, a crowd upset. Edwards made it a little difficult for him to get up.
To start the second half, Shai slides under McDaniels' foot and gets the and one opportunity. This one wasn't terrible, but Shai slid into McDaniels on the step back, and it didn't affect Shai's ability to plant his foot and get the shot off. McDaniels was the only one who lost his balance. This one could have gone either way, but I would have liked to see a no call, as McDaniels would later foul out of the game with plenty of time left. A few minutes later, Shai just flops to the floor and gets the call. Good thing this one was challenged and reversed. The next one, Shai stops, initiates contact with Edwards, and jumps off him to get another and one. That was Ant's fourth foul, so he would head to the bench. A few minutes later, and Shai would do the exact same thing to McDaniels. Here again, he's slowing down, seeking out contact, then flopping to the ground to get another and one, with the commentators acknowledging the strategy.
Okay, some of it's he's losing his balance. Some of it is him knowing how to draw fouls at a high level.
And for the last one, he does it again to McDaniels, who decides to get his money's worth by raking his arm and fouling out of the game. To sum up this video, no one is denying how good Shai is as a basketball player or the Thunder as a team, but the refs allowing these types of calls is bad for the game. Shai isn't looking to score on these possessions, which is why he missed open layups when the calls weren't made. If the refs stopped calling it, he would stop doing it. It's that simple. He would look to score and attack the basket rather than looking for free throws. And that would make the game much more enjoyable to watch.